What's up guys, Chasing Lamely here with episode number 48 of Welcome to Wroxham, and today our cup adventure continues with a first round FA Cup tie against Tonbridge Angels. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, let's roll the intro. I'll see you on the other side. So welcome back then, and before we get going with this game against Tonbridge Angels, who are in the division below us, by the way, they are a Conference South side and a mid-table Conference South side. We need to talk about what you've missed in the league since we last played. We're still top, although our gap at the top is narrowing. We are still undefeated. However, things have not been going brilliantly since we played Peterborough Sports. We drew 1-1 with Boreham Wood with a goal from Joe Duffy. We then drew 0-0 with Southend, even with Josh Scowen being sent off before beating South Shields 2-1 with goals from Jamie Gullen and Joe Duffy, which brings us up to date for this game against Tonbridge Angels. So let's go and do some tactics. So, couple of changes since the last game in the FA Cup with this one. We'll talk about the players who are missing. So Josiah Linton out for about 5 weeks with an injury, and Cian Pennant also out for 5 weeks with an injury. So there are two big losses for this game. Couple of changes are just brought about by player fitness concerns above all else. So the starting lineup: Straker in goal, Mumba at right back, Muir comes in at centre half alongside Shipley with Zach Sturge at left back, and Hayden Lindley as the defensive midfielder. Matthew Smith and Ryan Stirk in the centre of midfield, Cottrell and Gullen on the wings, and Jaden Williams up top. Ben Grish, Jay Glover, Josh Scowen, Ollie Sanderson, Joe Duffy, Taylor Eden, Terrell Pennant, Henry Jeffcott and Matty James on the bench, because we now have 9 substitutes. So Jeffcott and James fill the gaps to fill in the spots I didn't really have great backup for on the bench. That was the entire logic there. Let's submit that. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we'll get a good result here, get ourselves into the second round of the FA Cup for the first time ever. So in the dressing room then, and we'll do a media giving you a lot of credit lately, go put on a worthy display and generally good reactions. Zach Sturge seems apprehensive, which I don't like. We need to change that, so we're going to do some making the difference and making me proud. I'm actually going to tell Jaden Williams to have some fun out there and play without any pressure, because apparently he's complaining that he's playing in an unfamiliar position, despite the fact he's been playing in that exact position the entire time we've had him. Lots of players with pictures on the opposing side today though, so we'll have a little look at those at Tonbridge Angels. First of all, Scott Quigley, which is a name I definitely recognise, played for Aldershot, Stockport, Rochdale, Barrow, Halifax, Port Vale, Blackpool, Wrexham, TNS, Severn Druids, Carmarthen and Caersus. So he's had a journey of a career, hasn't he? He's had a bit of a life story to tell. And alongside him up front is Josh March, who is not a name I recognise quite so well. Played for Forest Green, Harrogate Town, Leamington and Alvechurch. Neither looks like they've been particularly prolific goal scorers at any point in their career, it's got to be said. And we've got James Morris at the left back. Guessing he's come up from someone's good youth team. Played for Southampton, Mansfield and Watford before joining Tonbridge, so I've got to assume he's probably something of a threat to us, so we'll keep an eye on him. Jake Turner in goal, that's a name I recognise, I don't know why. Played for Maidenhead and Gillingham, previously with Colchester, Newcastle, Morecambe, Darlington, Stalybridge Celtic, Bolton and Frick. Well, that's an odd career. How do you go from Frickley to Bolton, back presumably on loan to Stalybridge and to Darlington, then join Morecambe, then end up at Newcastle, drop down to Colchester, Gillingham, then Maidenhead? That's a weird career you've had, my friend. A very odd career. There was one other name in here I recognised as well, which should give me a little cause for concern. Joe Starbuck. Did he not play for Sheffield United at some stage? He did. I remember Joe Starbuck as a player I signed on a couple of FMs. He's had a weird career. He played for me as well. That's probably why I recognised his name. Joe Starbuck, ex-Wroxham player. Good at this. Good at remembering who has played for me. Anyone else there who's played for me that I should remember? I don't think so. It's fine. Their two best players are on loan from us and can't play. They've got Cesar Marquez and Antonio Bazzari on loan from us, and neither can play, which is fun. So we're going to kick this one off. and we're going to go see if we can put our teammates out of the cup, whilst also putting ourselves into the next round of the cup, which is going to be super awkward at the Christmas party. But, you know, that is life, so we're going to drop some encouragement and see if we can encourage a nice big scoreline. Muir with a ball forward to Smith, now with Lindley, back to Muir, some nice little triangles, we like to see that. Cottrell loses in the air because he's only 3'4", but he's trying to chase it back. Mumba gets beaten by Coddington on the left-hand side, in for March, and the ball goes over the bar. And we have survived for 8 minutes, and hopefully that'll be the last time we see them come at us with any kind of threat. Corner, it's with Gullen. Gullen puts it into the box. Can we get this into the net? We can't head it away. Gullen picks it up, though. Shipley in the box can't quite get there. Collins will try and beat Sturge to it. Doesn't. Muir back to Mumba. Mumba's always pretty good when he gets a chance to get forward, though. And Cottrell lays it back out to Mumba, looking for the overlap. Can he do something good with it? Plays it back to Cottrell, to Smith. Smith to Jaden Williams, and it's gone in. Jaden Williams with his 11th goal of the season. For a man who's uncomfortable with the way he's being asked to play, he sure does look comfortable once the ball lands at his feet and he gets a chance to put it in the net. And we are 1-0 up at home to Tonbridge Angels. And frankly, that should just be the beginning of what takes us into the second round of the FA Cup. We're still waiting for that big payday game or the TV game or whatever comes up. But still, Straker rolls it out to Muir now. Can we make it 2 in quick succession? Goes forward looking for Sturk. Sturk through for Jaden Williams. Jaden Williams, plenty of time. One defender to beat. Has a pop from range. Comes off the crossbar. And Turner picks up the ball. And we are still looking threatening, which is what we most want to be doing. And hopefully there's more to come. Free kick now with Cottrell. Cottrell from deep wide. Muir off the post. McGrath puts it wide. It did look for a second like he might have been about to put that ball through his own net, but still, 1-0. Free kick now, edge of the box, and I think Cottrell is the man standing over it. We'll soon find out. Cottrell, very dangerous from this kind of position. Can he put this one away? He does! Ben Cottrell absolutely rifles that home, and frankly, I don't doubt him from that position ever, because he seems to be pretty dangerous from within about 25 yards of the goal from a free kick. And he's proved why then. Makes it 2-0, and we are ready to cruise through to the next round of the FA Cup. So half-time is upon us. It is 2-0, and the big headline so far, apart from the goals, is that Lindley not having the best game of his career. Again, I feel like I say that all the time, but for some reason we keep putting him out there. I never know why. We're going to tell the boys that they need to show everyone the praise is justified. But also, I'm going to tell Hayden Lindley that I'd like him to buck his ideas up a little bit. I'm not happy with your performance today. Get out there, perform for us, my friend. And let's kick off this second half and see if we can make it 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, whatever it takes. Free kick now for Tonbridge is with McGrath, short to Collins. Collins looking out wide for Coddington. Mumba needs to get in front of this, and he does. Wins the ball back, takes his time laying it off to Smith, back to Mumba, to Lindley. Lindley over the top looking for Sturk, who goes over looking for Jaden Williams. Jaden Williams trying to beat the man, like 2 defenders trying to close him down. Cuts it back for Gullen. Gullen finds Cottrell. Cottrell straight at Turner, who can't control it. And Turner palms it into his own net. And Ben Cottrell gets his second goal of the game. And quite frankly, well deserved. Jaden Williams did really well here. 2 defenders closing him down. Turns his man, splits it between them. Gullen finds himself marked, but Cottrell has all the space in the world because both the defenders followed Williams. Really good build-up play by our attacking 3, and they have combined to make it 3-0. Throwing on the far side for Sturge. I'm taking Lindley out of the game for Glover as Sturk plays it back to Sturge. And he's going to try and make space for a cross. It's a short cross looking for Gullen, who gets brought down. Thought there was going to be a penalty claim there, but it's not happened. I don't know why we didn't at least appeal for it, but that's life. Mumba picks up the ball from the goal kick, however, goes forward to Cottrell, looking for Jaden Williams, who's through one-on with the goalkeeper. Jaden Williams just doesn't miss one-on-one, and it's 4-0. And this game, quite frankly, is as good as over. But, you know, we'll keep going, keep racking up the big scoreline. It's going to ask me in a second if I want to carry on with the substitution. I do, but Jaden Williams looking very, very strong with his second goal. That's 2 for Williams and 2 for Cottrell in this game so far. And I can't be complaining. Lewis Shipley's probably going to come off in a second just to prevent him getting sent off, but that's the only big change I need to make. Throw in from Tonbridge Angels now. I had that moment where I realised that I get 5 subs at this stage of the FA Cup, so I used them all. So Sanderson's are on the left, Scowen, Eden, Jeffcott and Glover now all on the field as Jeffcott picks up the ball. Playing with the centre-half because I didn't want to risk Ben Grist, who's been looking a little bit tired recently. And at 4-0, we didn't really need him as Dorman finds quickly. Scowen wins the ball. Sturk back to Scowen. To Sanderson has a pop off the post. And, you know, we've not scored, but we're looking still like we have some kind of threat to pose. And that's really what we're looking for at this stage in the game. I only left on Cottrell and Williams because I don't want to have that awful press conference moment where they go, oh, you took off a player who was on a hat-trick. How do they feel about that? Because it's just heartbreaking. And also because I think one of them will finish their hat-trick today. I'm not sure which one it'll be. And I want that to be the kind of hook that keeps us all entertained for the rest of the game. 10 minutes to go. As Cottrell plays it back. Sorry, I'm looking to praise the boys. Muir to Smith. Smith, what can he do here? He's not done much of note so far today. Williams is through. Williams has a pop looking for his hat-trick. Cottrell now picks up the ball. Will he go for it, be unselfish? Plays in Williams. Williams turns to Scowen, who puts it straight at Turner. Both of our goal scorers today being unselfish, but this could be a good chance for them to combine from the corner. Sturk is going to take it. I thought Cottrell would step up for it, but obviously he's gone to the box on the hunt for that third goal. Muir on the edge of the box, back to Scowen, and the attack fizzles out, but it doesn't really matter. It's 5 minutes to go, and there's still time for a 5th goal. Muir now picking up on the edge of the box. Teal looking for a clearance. We'll find Quigley. Don't know how Muir ended up that far forward, but I'm not going to question it. Quigley now running at Glover. Back to Duchak to Dorman. Dorman, plenty of time looking for March, but Eden will clear that up quite happily. Lays it back to Straker, and we take control of the game again with our beautiful short passing football. Jeffcott on the ball now, looking for Eden. Eden, lots and lots of time on the ball. Goes over the top looking for Jaden Williams. This could be his chance. Heads it on. Not sure why he'd head that on. Turner will pick that up all day and tries to clear it. But one in the air by Muir. Smith heads it on for Williams. Williams finds Sturk. Sturk is through. Sturk puts it into the net. Jaden Williams turns for a wider. I think he had that moment like, got the same number of goals as Cottrell. Time to get myself on the same number of assists so we can even up the chances of man of the match. Smith with a great header. Sturk unselfishly, Williams unselfishly through to Sturk, who just flicks it over Turner. 5-0 to compound the misery on Tonbridge Angels. And we are very safely through to the second round of the FA Cup. That's a good time to praise the boys before the match ends. Will we get goal number 6? Corner, Sturk takes it into the box. Williams at the back post with a header, can't quite get there. March heads it away as far as Eden into the box looking for Williams. Sanderson will pick up the clearance. Can Sanderson get himself a goal here? Cuts inside. Sanderson has a pop and it's just gone over the bar, and this should be all she wrote, but Scowen has picked up the ball to Cottrell over the top looking for Sanderson now. Can't find him. Starbuck heads it back to Sanderson. Plenty of time to do his job. Sanderson across field looking for Cottrell. Cottrell inside looking for Williams. Doesn't find him as Smith picks up the loose ball now. We are deep into what has been added on for injury time as Glover goes all the way back to Straker and goal. Finds Jeffcott. Jeffcott, time all the way to Muir, to Smith. Smith forward looking for Jaden Williams. Can he turn his man here, or is he going to turn provider again? Goes across the box looking for Sanderson. Can't quite get it to him. Dorman looking to chase it down. That's gone into touch, and surely this will be the last action of the game. Eden with a throw-in now. Looks for Williams. Williams, plenty of time into the box. Looking for Cottrell. Can't find him. McGrath heads it away. And that is the final whistle. 5-0 we run out against Tonbridge Angels. And the boys have done very, very well today. A 10 rating for Jaden Williams with that assist. Well done, lads. Good win for us. Let's continue and let's go see who we're going to get in the second round of the FA Cup. Okay, so it's draw time again, and well, there are 48 teams going in the hat for 20 matches, and the fans would prefer to play Maidstone United or Crewe or Rochdale. Let's have a look, see who's actually in the draw. We're not going to go through the whole painstaking thing that we did last time, because it felt like it took forever, although, you know, I suppose we could do... Let's just have a look, see if there's any excitement available. 40 teams left to draw. Was it 20 games, did it say? 20 games to draw? I can't remember. Either way, let's have a look who's in this draw to be exciting. Reading or Salford could be a thing. Bolton could be a thing. Oxford is still in there as well. Fresh and Four are humbling. Wrexham are in the draw as well. Northampton, MK Dons, Barnsley. Swindon must have gone out, so that's fine. Let's do the draw. Let's go on 3 times speed again and start the draw and see if that maintains 3 times speed, because if it does, we're all good. Is that Alan Armstrong hosting the ceremony this time? Alan Armstrong, manager of Gloucester City, or former manager of Gloucester City, as Colchester and Chesterfield come out the draw first against Barnet, which could be an interesting tie. Who is next? Who is next to draw out? South Shields. We'll take South Shields. We've already beaten them once this season. We'll take them again quite happily. Grimsby Town. That's an interesting tie. 2 East Coast teams. Fun fact for you. Wickham would be a terrible opponent, which I will probably end up getting them in this game right about now. Chester. Okay, good stuff. Still a chance of a big game to happen for us. What's up next? Lincoln City, not a team I want, but we should be able to beat them, which isn't a terrible thing. Walsall, though, will get the honour. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Who is up next? Will it be us out the hat? Sutton United. I mean, Sutton United could be beatable. And are we going to find out if they are beatable? We're not. They're going to Millwall. That's a London derby, like the lowest key London derby. But a London derby nonetheless. Reading or Salford, I'd like this tie. And are we going to get it? No. It's going to be Corinthian Casuals. Okay, fun times. Okay, we're not... The TV games are running out. Maidstone United wouldn't be a TV game, so let's not worry too much about getting them. Cambridge, okay, good stuff. There's still some potential TV ties available for us. Who is next? Tranmere Rovers. That would not be a good draw. And are we going to avoid it? We are. They're going to play Solihull or Peterborough. Beautiful stuff. Next up, home draw now, please. That would be ideal. Oxford United. Okay, let's have Oxford United away. Ironically, a short walk from my house. They're going to play Rotherham, which is absolutely fine. Okay, who's up next? Woking. Don't really care if we play Woking. Who are we going to get, though? Are we going to get Woking? We're not. Woking get Bolton. They've taken one of the big teams out of the competition, which means we are seeing if we can get Wrexham still. Wrexham still in the draw. Mansfield first out the hat for this one. They are going to play Harrogate Town. Okay, 18 teams left in the draw, and Wrexham are still one of them. The Wrexham-Wroxham dream match could be on. Scunthorpe and Port Vale will play. It takes forever. Barrow, okay, good times. Good times all around. Next up, come on. Let's be having you. ASC Wimbledon and Rochdale, that wouldn't be too bad as a tie goes, going there. And are we going to do it? No, we're not. Blackpool are going to get that tie. I've still got my eye on Wrexham, you know. Still got my eye on Wrexham versus Wroxham happening. Stevenage next up the hat. Who are they going to get? Wrexham. Okay, well, we've missed out on that one. The disappointment. You can almost feel the disappointment, dear viewer. Fleetwood Town. I said I didn't want them in the last round. I don't want them in this round. We're probably going to get them. We haven't. MK Dons. All right, we're running out of big clubs now. Running out of big clubs. 10 teams left to draw. Northampton. We're going to get Northampton. It wouldn't be awful. That might get us a TV game. We are getting Northampton. Are we getting a TV game? That is the next big question. Let's give that a skip forward. Come on, to the end. I said to the end. Let's stop that. To the end. Come on, buddy. Advance to the end. We can do that. I don't know. I'm just going to click it, see what happens. Finish the draw. Good stuff. Looks a bit like a PowerPoint presentation was going on there and everything. Okay, we're away at Northampton. We're going to 6 fields, which means there's at least an opportunity of a big crowd. Got a game moved. Where's that falling for us? That is falling for us at the beginning of December. Okay, that's good because we've got some interesting stuff coming up in terms of our upcoming fixtures between then and now. So we've got Stockport County as our next game a day after this draw, but we've also got a lot of players on international duty, as high as 23. Hartlepool, 18 players out on international duty for the game after this, and they sit 7th in the league. Bromley sit 9th. Notts County 14th, way too low in the league, quite frankly. And then Barnet 12th. We come back for Northampton, where Jazz Linton should be available, but Lewis Shipley will not. That's our next episode, which should be Friday's episode. That's a good thing for you all to look forward to. In the meantime, guys, thanks for watching. I have, as always, been Chasing Lamey, and I'll see you all very soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, leave the comments down below, and I'll see you all very soon. Have a good one.